know what I'm playing. No, I can't breathe. No.
That's okay. Maybe we could be Drew and Anya's assistant. I don't know. Emergency.
As of today, TikTok is back.
The office of President of the United States.
The office of President of the United States.
Is everybody okay out there? You know, a lot of changes has been happening spiritually, physically, collectively, governmentally, planetarily. Like, it's just a lot going on. As y'all can see, we are moving forward with another video. Excuse me, because I've been so out of touch with the outside world. I've really been focusing on my own reality and my own universe I'm creating in myself. But TikTok got banned for 12 hours. It got reopened. Donald Trump got into office. The planets are about to align tomorrow, 6 of them. Pluto is in Aquarius. Everything that is happening is always more proof that the world is a stage, and all of this is all about energy. Everything is always about energy, and a lot of people were giving so much of their energy and their attention to what was going on with the outside world, but wasn't really paying attention to what's going on internally. As you know, over here on this channel, we are always looking at it from a higher perspective and finding the interconnectedness of all of this craziness in the outside world. Because it's just been
on. Okay, it's on. My name is HK. I just wanted to talk about being a narcissist, because a narcissist is taking something away and then giving it back, and it's a common manipulative tactic that's used to control their victims by creating a cycle of dependence and uncertainty.
That's true. And we honestly must reassess and really advance ourselves into a higher perspective of how
all I'm saying is, can I talk?
Has been showing their ass. I want to ask y'all.
No, I want to ask y'all, what's the shape of a clock? Because we've experienced this before. What is not healed will come right.
I was about to say that.
What is not healed will come right back to you. And that's what I'm talking about, to the government.
So for this moment in time that
she always cutting me off. All right, I'm coming back.
The interconnectedness of all of this that has been happening. As you know, everybody's TikTok account is always in the corner if you're trying to find them.
Before this app goes dark, I have one final message, and it is by far the most important. So please try to listen without resistance. Trump winning the presidency is part of our highest timeline. I know that's not what a lot of people want to hear, but it is the truth. Trump will be the catalyst for great change. Not because he is a good person who's going to do great things, but because he will be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Everything that is happening right now is in alignment with divine timing. Trump started his first presidency in a universal year 1. He is now starting his second one in a universal year 9. The universe is finishing what it started. This will be the first year of the Second American Revolution. The Boston Tea Party was one of the first major acts of defiance against the British government. That happened in 1773, which was a universal year 9. We are now again in a universal year 9. History is repeating itself. Aquarius is in Pisces, just as it was during the American Revolution. We are a living piece of American history. It's literally writing itself right now. And the government already knows this, and they are preparing for there to be war on American soil with the American people. Do not be afraid. Everything will be fine. This is the age of Aquarius. The fight will be relatively peaceful, but there will be civil unrest. By the end of 2028, the fighting will cease and America will be born again. So for the next 4 years, you need to stay diligent, stay positive, and stay spiritually protected. This is not a physical war. It is a spiritual war. And it has already been written in the history of time. It cannot be changed. Please share this message with as many people as possible. This is the absolute truth. This is what is happening.
Okay, and that's one perspective of our collective. Let me know what y'all think about that in the comments, because that does make sense. The beginning of his presidency started in 2017, which was the year 1. His second presidency, which is his final presidencies, because you can only be president twice, is in the year of 9, 2025. But 2025 is also the year of this planetary alignment that is happening. Let me show you. So because I highkey like what she said, we're going to click on her video again.
A lot of people don't know about this, and before the TikTok ban, I feel like I need to tell as many people about this as possible. Between January 21st and January 25th, 6 of our planets are going into alignment. I know a lot of people aren't spiritual and you don't believe in this type of stuff, but trust me, our entire galaxy is going through major changes, not just planet Earth. The old paradigm is falling away and the new one is getting ready to take place. We are leaving old Earth behind and we are going to new Earth. We are stepping into the 5D. Government and the world is pushing out as much negativity as possible so that we cannot align ourselves with the new planetary shift and get left behind with old Earth. I'm telling you right now, no matter what the future seems like, the future is bright. Keep your vibrations high, stay optimistic, meditate, pray, do whatever you believe in, but just do not fall into negativity or you will have to stay here in the old paradigm. I am going to new Earth. I refuse to stay here. I know a lot of people think that we're starting off the new year bad, but the new year has not begun yet. Winter is the season of death and change. Spring is a season of birth and new beginnings. Things are going exactly as they should be. Come spring, we will be born into new Earth. So please, do not let what is going down hold you back. Keep positive because the first gateway is opening January 21st through the 25th. And the second one will be open February 28th. Things are not as bad as they seem. The changes that we seek are here.
I'm sorry. Yeah! Yes! Yes! This is like, y'all. Whoo! Let's do it. Let's go. Because I'm not, no. Like, what? I can't. We're not going. We gotta go somewhere else. Like, what? It's time. It's finally time. Do you know how long we've been waiting? You know, whoo! You just gotta flow with life and time and how everything wants to be played out on this planet. But now that you're in observation of the transitional shifts that's happening, listen. Listen, this is the year of 9. This means completion. The completion of all of these matrix societies and the control on our brains. We are recolonizing ourselves inside of our head. And the Christians talking about the rapture and the judgment day is coming. Let me tell you what judgment day is about. Judgment day is about the weighing of the heart. Okay, what does the year of the 9 mean? Completion. This is about the completion of the created collective energy and reality that we have made. Imagine giving it a body, giving this reality and the matrix and all of these programs that we have made for our collective reality. Imagine giving it a body and it's going through the weighing of the heart ceremony. You know what that is, basically. It's weighing your heart. It's not weighing the mind. So when it comes down to the judgment and the judgment that you have, the judgment of the body that we have created for our collective outer world is being weighed right now. The heart is being open. We're at the weighing of the heart ceremony because this timeline is at its completion. This way of thinking, this way of being, the way of judgment, the way of restrictions, the way of chains, it's over with. It's completed. So now that it's going through this judgment process and everything is coming up to the surface and we're seeing what's going on in the world, in governments, in politics, in industries, and everything, in corporations, and all that's happening with the food, and everything is like being put up to the surface because now you have to have a state of reflection because the divine feminine energy is waking up and that heart is getting heavy. So now it's the weighing of the heart ceremony. How deep has your heart been inside of yourself? How deep has the collective body that we've created for this outer world been submerged into the darkest parts of ourselves? It's coming up. And the outer world is a reflection of that because now that we're actually looking and observing what these politicians are saying and we're observing what's happening with the planets and everybody's saying that stuff is changing and everything feels weird. People are not the same because there is a new timeline emerging. There is a new earth being born. because there's a completion of the last one. So they're going to keep revealing themselves because they're trying to balance the scale. They're trying to make sure the scale is balanced. So this collective outer body world that they have created in the minds of the collective, they can continue leading us along the journey of where we're going with this planet. So they're going to keep revealing themselves because they have to. And that's the reason why Donald Trump is also in office, because he's trying to balance that weighing of the heart ceremony, because the heart has been heavy for a long time with the collective, because we have not been feeling, we have not been in tune with our divine feminine energy. So the fact that Trump is talking about doing all of these revealing of what happened with MLK, and he's just trying to clean the swamp and making everything more better. Like, let me show you.
Today is Martin Luther King Day, and his honor, this will be a great honor, but in his honor we will strive together to make his dream a reality. We will make his dream come true.
After this integration happened, because of the unity that was wanted, Martin Luther King said he has led his people into a burning house. And that burning house affected us more, to where we created distrust, and we were basically put into a trap and a concrete jungle of dependence and uncertainty that we live in. We honor Dr. Martin Luther King because it takes a lot to want to stand up and heal the collective Americans. The attack on the indigenous and the ones who physically built this country, trying to smooth over all of that anger is not easy. So I honor him for that. But do I feel like Martin Luther King led us into a burning house? Yes, he did. And now that all Americans know that we are in a burning house, now the government is trying to get you to trust us more and do this weighing of the heart ceremony. And yeah, we're going to bring back TikTok. That was a way to harvest your energy, but also build more trust. But I would say none the least that the divine feminine is not satisfied, because the narcissism is still showing. So TikTok was threatening to be banned. So in response, the Americans decided to go over to this app called Red Note, and they started talking to people in China, and they would exchange information about what's happening in, each other's countries. And they started to figure out that, the money and the amount it costs to live, and the free healthcare that's happening over there, and the groceries that they are paying for, that is really not that much. Americans are starting to get on to that, and they're starting to wake up, because that divine feminine energy is like, this is not fair, this is not right. The emotions are flowing. But then again, a narcissist is going to always show itself. Watch.
He raised the question of Red Note. Well, guess what? If TikTok users flood to Red Note, they're going to face the same challenge there, because it's also controlled by the Communist Party.
Basically saying, if all of you guys go to Red Note, we will do the same thing. We'll keep making you feel like you're powerless, and we are going to be in control of that power. Now, people are noticing symptoms of the interconnectedness changes that is happening with the collective. Pay attention to who is draining you and who is filling up your cup.
See if you can notice a difference between these two clips.
You guys, nothing is the same anymore. Everything is different. Family is no longer the same. Family has become colder, meaner, more distant. Holidays and traditions have changed.
Pluto has been in Aquarius for all of 10 minutes, and governments are getting overthrown. They're getting shut down. Martial law has been activated. CEOs are being gunned down in the street.
You see those two very distinct, different perspectives, but equally the same and equally true viewpoints on what's happening in the world. You have one individual who is like, nothing is the same, I'm stressed, things are crumbling, and another one who's like, I told you this was going to happen. Let me show you another one.
No passion anymore. Food has changed, the quality tastes funny, music's changed, the lyrics suck. I want to go back.
Diddy's still getting his handed to him in the legal system, and now Jay-Z's being dragged into it. What we're seeing is just the tip of the iceberg. You guys keep saying that we're full of but then here it is.
Many spiritualists, including myself, have been talking about how we were going to be splitting into two different realities, but we weren't going to be exclusively experiencing those things without seeing what was going on in the other reality. You see how one person was like, nothing is the same anymore, and they're really feeling dismayed about it, and it is disheartening. And another woman is refreshed, outfit on point, crystals around her neck, just sitting there smiling as she's watching everything crumble. This is what we meant about deciding whether you were going to attach yourself to the 3D or the 5D. The 5D is higher levels of spirituality. It is higher levels of thinking. It is becoming more self-sufficient through spirituality and less dependent on the physical imbalances of our current reality. Pick a side, pick a side.
Pick a side, pick a side, pick a side. What you want to do, where you want to go, who you want to be. Someone in the comments said he is resistant and fearful, and she is in a state of acceptance and peace. And that is the process of you transitioning into the 5th dimension. Because if you are in a state of acceptance and non-judgment for what is going on or what is happening and the changes that is happening for yourself, you have to just feel that, instead of trying to resist it and be fearful of the stuff that is coming up and making you realize what your reality has been made up of. I'm also noticing everybody's feeling this, but on different levels. Some people are feeling it 5th dimensionally. Some people are feeling it 3rd dimensionally, where they are in a state of resistance and fearfulness. And it's like, they're like getting to a point to where they're getting frantic because they're talking about how they need money and everything is messed up, and women are nothing, and it's like they're going into those loops of just fearfulness about the world and not being in control of it. It's because that's what's happening in the 3D. That's what's happening in what the collective has created for the 3D. And that's changing, that's evolving, and you're getting scared because you don't know how to evolve, or you don't want to face the judgments that you have created inside your brain. You see how he said he wants to go back? You see how he said he wants to go back? Okay, so moving a little bit forward, how I was talking about the weighing of the heart ceremony that is happening with this collective shift that we're going through. I had saw this picture on BDL's page, and it showed the tie colors of like Trump and the people he were standing next to, and he was talking about the symbolism with the tie colors. And it was saying that the picture is saying Donald Trump is playing both sides. Let me see if I can zoom it in. Can I zoom it in? Give me a second. Sometimes looking at patterns and observing patterns too much will make you try to overanalyze and be overly logic and be out of balance with your masculine and feminine energy. But we're going to look at it right now, because looking at the tie arrangement, which is red, and then it's blue, and then it's purple, it's all color coordinated for a reason. Okay, just reading the symbolism that I'm looking at right now and what BDL had posted, looking at the levels of the degrees when it comes to, I think this is like Freemasonry, but the first degree, it's looking like the first degree, the body of it, the lodge is the youngest, the chapter is like the middle, it's the mark master, past master, most master, blah blah blah, and then the purple is the council, the royal master, the select master, the super excellent master. So they've chosen the super excellent master to take care of balancing out the scale in this country and in the collective. And pay attention. The first one is the blue one, the lodge, right? But the person who has the blue tie, he's young. And then the person who has the red tie, which is the next step, he's more, he looks like he's in his 30s or 40s. And then you got Trump, who is the purple, the royal master. And you can tell that Trump is older than these men. He is the royal master. Whatever he's into, whatever he has under his belt of status in the occult or whatever with the Freemasonry, they know that he's going to try to balance the scale by getting people to like him. And that's what they did with this TikTok stunt. It's like he's trying to get people to like him and get people to trust him. But it's like the divine feminine is like, it's too much that has been going on. What do you think is going to happen? You think I'm going to just trust you off the bat because you gave me this? What is this? This is nothing compared to everything that I've been through. That's basically what the divine feminine is saying. So I just wanted to point that out real quick. So y'all, that's how we're going to wrap up the video today. I hope this gave a higher perspective of what is really going on in our outer world and our inner world and how it is all interconnected. I love y'all so much. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it to this point, we are going to just keep going. And even like for me, when I heard about the TikTok ban, because as y'all know, I actually react to videos on TikTok, and some of my like family members or like siblings was like talking to me, and they was asking me like, well, if you can't react to TikToks anymore, what are you gonna do? And I just kept telling them that the universe is always going to provide for me. There is nothing that I have to worry about with the shifts and changes that is happening. And like I had that trust in myself, and I feel like that was and I feel like with the changes that's happening right now, whether it be not just TikTok, whether it be what's going on in your personal life and the changes and the shifts that's happening for you, for your emotional state, and you just trying to open that process of brain and heart coherence and healing yourself physically and spiritually, emotionally, mentally, all of that. And you're getting to a point to where you don't really know that you can trust yourself moving forward because of the wounds that's coming up, because you thought that you were healed, but you weren't actually. Just understand that whatever is coming up, that's the energy of it, and you're going to feel it because you feel. You know, your heart is opening more. So you don't have to identify with it because you've already been through it. It's just about you making this part of yourself more comfortable with being present with you, instead of dismissing or like trying to shove it back down. So like, I don't know where I just went with that, but I guess that came out for a reason. So yeah, just remember that you're doing a great job and keep going. Trust yourself. Even if you feel like you are doing something wrong, all you have to do is just keep going in the flow. Just keep going, just keep going, just keep going. And the more you create this vortex of trust within yourself, you will always run, or you will always connect or come back full circle to yourself that you want to heal or that you want to upgrade. It will always come. But if you force it, if you overthink it, if you overthink this world and the changes that's happening, like as you can see, there are people who are feeling like they want to go back into a different world. And then there are other people who are feeling like, I feel good. The changes are happening and I already knew this was going on. And I know that regardless of what happens, I will be good. And that's the test with yourself. Regardless of what happens, you are going to be good. And keeping that steadiness inside your mind will benefit you in such a beautiful way on your journey. So I love y'all so much. I will see y'all on the next video, and thank you so much for watching.